Hey up guys, Burnout Culture here. Another edition of let's see how much crap we can put on our shelf just to collect dust. Now, to be fair, what I've been doing, certainly with Mega Drive stuff, is, well, because I'm such a lazy bastard, and I can't even be arsed putting fucking cartridge, opening a box up, taking the cartridge out and just putting it in my Retron 5. I've been playing Mega Drive on this Xbox, on like coin ops or whatever the fuck it is. It's just quicker. I'm just too lazy. But they're just nicely just sat there quietly collecting dust. And we've got more additions to add to them shelving. So quite a bit to go through. We've got eBay, a little bit of Facebook, and Arcade Club pickups, and even some free gifts in here. You can't say fairer than that, can you? So we'll start with. So those all eBay. Start with Mega Drive, and we'll go through what I've got. I'll go through all the Mega Drive that I've got, barring the Arcade Club stuff. I'll keep that to the end. So start off. Let me get prices up. Sorry, totally unprepared as usual. So we'll look at the. I'll tell you what each one I've paid. In order. Right, so James Pond 2, just missing the hanging tab. The box, it's Electronic Arts box, but it's in pretty good shape. Slight sun fade on the spine, you won't be able to tell on here, but there is a slight, so it's obviously sat on a shelf somewhere. Manual and cart in really great condition though, really happy with that. In fact, the manual's brilliant, as is the cartridge. Yeah, so happy with that. £7 paid, probably about going rate in it. So quite happy with that, to be fair. I'm not sure how long I've had these. They're probably pretty much since last pickups vid started filtering through. Over the course of about what, 3 or 4 weeks, something like that. Next one, another Electronic Arts box, The Legend of Galahad. This one's got the hanging tab. Really nice condition again, to be fair. Little bit of sort of edge cornering, sort of curling to the manual, but not to write home about really. I tell you what, some of these Electronic Arts manuals are pretty, you know, they're like bloody telephone directories or something. But yeah, happy with that. Cartridge alright. It's obviously been in and out of the box a few times because the tabs, the holding tabs are getting a little bit worn on this, but absolutely well happy with it. What did I pay for that one? £12 paid for that. Again, eBay. I'm not sure what the going rate on these are, guys, so I don't know if I think this bunch is, I've more or less haven't really got any bargains as such, I don't think. But just chipping away, that's what it's all about. Now this one, this came yesterday, this is the sort of the newest one, but this is in absolutely pristine condition and it's King of the Monsters. How much did I pay for this one? Right to the top. £11.50. Again, it's probably about right, I'm not sure, but hanging tab there. But this is, look at that. You can't really tell, but take it from me, that is fucking brand new, man. That just can't seem hardly any action at all. That. Yeah, so £11.50 paid. Well chuffed with that, certainly with the condition anyway. Another must-have. I thought I already had this actually, but I didn't when I checked, so it popped up. What did I pay? Yeah, so Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition. Again, really good condition. Tab's a bit loose, but it's still there. Oh, this was the one where, yeah, the manual's seen better days. Oopsie daisy. So just knackered it a bit more, but so it's seen a bit of action as that, but it's there, innit, you know, with manual. So I can't, you know, don't bother me. Like I've said before, I mean, if I can get them with the manual, happy days. But these days, the way prices are going, some of them, you know, I just think sod it. If it pops up for an half reasonable price without manual, I'll just grab them now. So yeah, that one was £11.55, £11.55 that one. So yeah, probably not a bad price at all, really. Right, where did it get? This is another eBay. I just want to be careful because it starts going into Facebook in a minute. And other areas. So I think this is the last one of the Mega Drive off eBay, and it's one I've been after for a while. I nearly bought it at the Winter Revival. I nearly bought it, but I picked up quite a bit that day, and it wasn't willing to come down too much on price. I came away sort of kicking myself, thinking I wish I'd bought it, but I thought just bide me time. It will come up. And it's Gauntlet 4. Missing the hanging tab, but it's complete with manual. Have I got this on here? Because it was a while ago. Yeah, I did. 23 paid. 23. So it's a bit more pricey title list, because it is quite sought after game, believe it or not. It don't come up that often. You can get it. It's not like you're struggling, you know, to find one, but it don't come up as often as a lot of titles. But yeah, really happy to finally tick that off the list. So that's in there. Right, the next one was a good friend of ours from the Taking Retro Liberties Facebook group, if you like. And he'd gone to Sore Thumbs in York, and whilst they were there, he started taking some photos of around the shop. I've been a few times. Fantastic shop. It's like a little Aladdin's cave. They just got everything in glass cases, and you name it, Star Wars stuff. It doesn't just stop at gaming. It's got everything, toys, you name it. And he'd taken some photos of this glass cabinet, and I'd seen this straight away, and this was another game I'd been after. And he said, "Do you want?" You know, very kindly says, "Do you want any? You know, do you want me to pick this anything up for anyone?" So I says, "Will you get me that? Because I've been after it for a while. Got outbid numerous times on eBay, and bless him, he got it. And not only that, he actually hand delivered it to my house on the way back. I think does he live in Leicester? So I live in Bradford. So he come sort of, I guess in a sense, he's sort of coming this way past Bradford from York, North Yorkshire to West Yorkshire on his way down to Leicester. But to go out of his way like that and post it through my letterbox, I thought that were absolutely, you know, a lot of people wouldn't do that. So it's Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, hanging tab, really good condition. You see it pricing at £35 paid, which is, can go for, you know, more than that quite easily. So it's a good price, complete in good condition. So yeah, thanks again, Rob, for doing that, mate. Really appreciate it. Well chuffed again to get that into the collection. Right, the next two are Facebook. Now, so David Jameson, if anyone doesn't know him on Retro Realm, really heavily into Mega Drive selling on there. I bought numerous stuff off him now, into the raffles and all sorts. He's a really sound lad. Goes to all the gaming markets. Scottish guy, really nice, and he sells, you know, really high end stuff as well. All Mega Drive top titles, and this came up in a batch, and I quickly saw I've been after this. I mean, ask anyone. I've been after this for months and months, and it's just eluded me every time. Really pissed me off. So I saw it, and I quickly got it. You know, grabbed it, said to him, "I'll have that," and I got it. And it's Mazin Wars, and like all of David's stuff, everything's always in tip-top condition. Really is. I mean, look at that. can't remember, forgive me. It were obviously cheaper than what it would have been on eBay. I've got 35 in my mind again. I think he let me have it for 35. It can go for up to 50 quite easily all day long, this on eBay. Possibly more in good nick, 55, 60, something like that. It's one that's creeping up as this, check it from me. So well happy. So I know he won't be watching this, but thanks, Dave. Really happy for that, mate. That in fact, that Mazin Wars as probably one of my sort of best pickups for me of late. And you know, it's been so long trying to get hold of it. I know it's not like a 100-150 quid game, not, you know, real upper echelons, but it's been a real tough one to get hold of. This there's not that many floating about, and then the ones that are, you're paying top dollar. So I think it was 35 quid. So that I'm well happy with that. And the last one, a game, David Jameson. So just mentioning the raffles, I've entered a few. I mean, I haven't entered that many, probably about 3. Excuse me. And lo and behold, I fucking won, and it were this, and it was the one where Cinny Steve had also won in the same raffle. I can't remember which game he won, but I won this, and it's Art of Fighting, and this is a real pricey game. Oh, well chuffed. I think we're $2.50 a ticket, Steve, something like that. It might have been a little bit more, but I mean, fucking hell. Again, I'm sure this is at least 80 quid. Gotta be. In fact, it is 80 quid game. 70, 80 quid anyway. And probably just a touch of sun fade if I'm being overly critical. But apart from that, it's really good. So I'm over the moon to win that raffle. I haven't won anything since, you know, but maybe it was just a bit of beginner's luck, but yeah, well happy. Just flicking back to eBay before we move on to arcade club stuff. I've got some cheap PS4 games, and these were literally £4 each delivered. I sometimes, especially when I've been drinking, I know Dalsco Nostaloro does this as well, drinking and looking on eBay on a Saturday night when you're pissed and you start bidding. But to be fair, you can get some real good bargains. It's probably the best time of all. Late on, like 11 o'clock. Yeah, like 10, 11, 12 o'clock, you can pick some bloody great bargains up. And certainly PS4, I mean, PS4 in general is getting dirt cheap at the minute for certain stuff. Apart from, we all know now, don't we, you know, don't buy games upon release, because they just like get halved. The value gets halved within weeks. So you're just better off waiting. It's better off waiting now. So yeah, I got these 3 for, it were literally £4 a piece, like, you know, £4.10, something like that. But Blood Bowl 2, my type of game, like a, you know, American football stroke sort of brawl on the pitch, just chaos. So I haven't played it yet, probably fucking never will do, but yeah, grab that, £4. The notorious Star Wars Battlefront 2. I don't know if it's, you know, with loot boxing and all that shite, but I love Star Wars. It's one of my favourite movie franchises of all time. I nearly, you know, a couple of years back or whenever it released, I nearly bought the Star Wars limited edition console, the first one, but I didn't, thankfully. But when this Battlefront 2, I knew at one stage I'd get it, but I've waited and I've £4. I mean, come on, I don't care how bad it is. £4, it's worth it. And this one, just an obscure title. It will, like I say, I was half cut when I bid on it, but apparently it's supposed to be quite good. It's called This Is the Police. Looks like a point and click type sort of game, simulation, police simulator, which I had. What did I have back in day on PC that I loved? I can't remember. It was a similar sort of thing, and when I looked I thought, yeah, it reminded me of that. I can't remember what it was called. Like a SWAT team, where you can take, you know, control each sort of member of your team, and it looks very similar to that. So yeah, 3 games there for £4. And the last thing off eBay, complete bargain. I couldn't resist it. Not a game, but it was original Ghostbusters Blu-ray steelbook for a £5. I mean, fucking hell. Got to be one of the best films ever, hasn't it? Surely we've got to agree on that. So to get that for a £5 all day long. Right. So on to Arcade Club. So we went last weekend? Yeah, had an absolute fantastic time. It was the sort of an event where you sort of build it up for sort of weeks and weeks and weeks, and we all went it. As you probably all know, we're all supposed to be sort of billed as being this massive YouTube meetup, which it was. I think there were like potentially 50 tubers turned up, but I didn't want to sort of like have any, you know, build me up too much just in case, you know, with the actual venue itself and the actual sort of arcade machine side of it. I didn't sort of put too much into that thought. I just sort of like let it come and see what it's like myself. And you know what? It by far exceeded expectations. I think it's got to be one of the best. It's got to be the best gaming venue in the country, hasn't it? Certainly, you know, for retro gaming, just phenomenal. A phenomenal array of arcade machines. I think someone told me apparently it's got over £1 million worth of arcade machines in there. Just mind blowing, fucking mind blowing. Every single one, that nostalgia central. Every one I remember as a kid or playing Operation. Well, I mean, a lot of people were concentrating more on drinking, which is socialising, which is fine. But I purposefully, because I was driving, so I wasn't drinking. I just had like a odd bottle. But I purposefully made a point of trying to play as much and as many arcade machines as I could. When I saw what he had, I thought, right, no, I'm getting round as many as I can, because I wasn't sure how long it'd be before I'd be back there again. So yeah, I played just about everyone, you know, as everyone I can remember from back in the day, and it was fabulous. And what a great place it is. Got everything: cheap booze, cheap food, great sort of laid back atmosphere in there. I thought it were either going to be one way, or either going to be like a, I don't know, like a cliquey or an overly geeky atmosphere. It was none of that. It was just chilled. You had loads of women in there, all age groups. So you had like your modern gaming stroke VR stuff downstairs, and then I had all your retro stuff upstairs. So we had a little bit of a sort of walk around on the sort of, was it first floor? Yeah, first floor. But obviously we gravitated towards the retro stuff upstairs. And, yeah. Apparently there's one opening in Leeds, which, if there is, absolutely superb. That'll be right on my doorstep. If that is the case, I'll be certainly checking that out on a regular basis. I hope so, because that'll be fantastic. Really will. I'll be there. I'll be always there. But yeah. But thanks to everyone that I met that night and chatted to. You're all really top guys. I finally got to meet Champion 2D Rob in person. The giant of a man that he is. Really nice guy though, a big gentle giant. And I finally had a proper decent conversation with Daz. You know, at long last. We've been sort of like ships passing in the night at recent events, but yeah, it was good to finally catch up with him, another top guy. So just on to what I picked up there then. So I'd already pre-arranged with Big Mike, without further ado Retro, to purchase some stuff off him, and I'd actually arranged with Dana as well, Danes283, to get some stuff off him, but for one reason or another that didn't happen. He was out and about, and I think his car was parked elsewhere at the hotel, and this, that and the other, so it didn't happen. So he's going to save me that stuff, Dana. I definitely want it off you, so that I'll pick that up off him at Doncaster. But yeah, Big Mike. So the free gifts though, I mean, it was in Big Mike's room. It were the guy, I don't know why, but I keep forgetting his name. Is it James? Yeah, I think he's called James from Let's Talk Retro. And he gifted me and the others in the room this absolutely, let me show it's on, absolutely fantastic. I don't know if it picks it up on camera, that Atari clock. Brilliant. So it's got its little stand. I won't put it on the wall, it's gonna probably sit on the shelf or a desk, but it's been keeping good time, James, since you gave me it. So that was really kind of you to give me that, mate. And I know you gave the others. So there were different ones. I think there were Nintendo ones, Sega ones. But he says, "Oh, you'd like the Atari one?" I says, "Absolutely, mate." So cheers for that, James. Really kind of you, mate. And then another guy who's not on the tubes as yet, keep sort of trying to twist his arm into doing something. Dylan Craven, another member of our TRL group. He brought some Sega Saturn stuff for me. He knows that I'm starting that collection. That hasn't happened yet because I'm still trying to source a CRT with the SCART input, because my old 14-inch pile up there unfortunately hasn't got it. It's just got the RF input. So I'm desperately trying to get. I've set my heart on a 21-inch. I'm not bothered about what make it is. It doesn't have to be a Sony Trinitron. I mean, ideally I'd love a Trinitron again. I used to have the 32-inch, but it's fucking gargantuan. It's just too big. So I'm looking for a 21-inch maximum CRT, and then I can finally hook that Saturn up, that Jap Saturn up, and start collecting in tandem with the Mega Drive. But nevertheless, he brought me these 3 games, bless him. So Virtua Cop, they're just a loose disc, but that's absolutely fine. Christmas Nights into Dreams, and X-Men Children of the Atom, which he says is a cracking game. I haven't played, any one of them 3, so I don't know what they're like. I don't even know. I know what Virtua Cop is. I'll probably need to get the gun for that, won't I? But yeah, the other 2 I haven't played, but really looking forward to playing them though, Dylan. Thank you, mate. Really kind of you again. And just before I show you what I bought off Mike, I had another free gift off Big Mike. He'd only told me about this a couple of days before, and he didn't tell me what it was, so it was a bit of a surprise, and a fantastic surprise it was. So I know I think it was part of some crowdfunding Kickstarter thing, something to do with this, so he'd been a part of it, and for whatever reason he'd acquired two copies, and it's the Crash Annual 2018, like hardback. It's a brilliant book. It's got all sorts, I don't know if you can see, but it's literally packed out with everything. Reviews, maps. There's even a postal, so you get even get a pin badge, Crash Smash pin badge, and then the pentagram map. So I'm going to put that up on that wall there. And then you even get, alright, might be out of date, but it's the 2018 calendar. So, for him to just gift me that, it blows me away, kindness in the community, it really does. And, thanks to James and Dylan as well for that. But you're really kind, guys. I'll try and repay the favour myself. So yeah, so what I'd agreed to purchase off Mike though, so 3 Mega Drive titles. I don't know if these are duplicates or he's replaced them, because they're all minus the manual. But again, it doesn't matter because he's giving me them at fantastic prices. I won't tell you how much I've paid for them because it's a bit personal. I think it's between me and him that. But Fire Shark, this can be getting up to being a pricey title now, 40 quid complete, but no manual, but I got it at a good deal, trust me. Mega Swiv, slightly sun faded, but again it doesn't matter at all. Cartridge is in great shape. Not sure how much that one goes for, I haven't looked into that one. And then Battle Squadron, another one that's been creeping up in price. This can be a 30 to 40 quid game all day long. Cartridge in good nick as well, Electronic Arts, the box is in good shape as well. So he did me a cracking deal on them, cracking deal. As he did this as well. I was gonna get it out to show you now, but I can't be arsed and I ain't got fucking room to start pulling it all out. I should have got it out earlier, but I'm sorry. But it's in brilliant shape, really good condition, super nostalgia for me. It's a Sega Master System Plus, so it's all complete, present and correct. It's in great nick. I haven't plugged it in. I don't think Mike ever plugged it in something like, what did you say he had it for, Mike? 2 years. So we just we're fairly confident it'll work. But do you know what? What I'm going to actually do is I'm going to take the unit out and put it in the pigeonhole, probably in the Sega sort of row, if you like, and then the box will go on top. Probably never even get plugged in, Mike, to be honest, mate. It's going to be just a display piece, but big nostalgia hit for me. My first video game console. Remember distinctly getting it on Christmas Day. My mum wouldn't let me play it until I walked the dog. I remember that. So it means a lot to me. I've had loads over years. Must have had about 6, 8. I've let them all go, but this one's gonna stay. Now it's come from a good friend now. It's gonna stay in my collection. It's gonna be a display piece. So really happy with that. Cheers, Mike. Did me a cracking deal on that, mate, as well. And the last thing I got off him, he just asked me if I'd be interested with this slim PS3. Again, might just go on shelf, Mike, to be honest. But I'm trying to collect as many consoles as I can, just loose consoles. Like I've said numerous times, the boxes don't really do a thing for me. It's mainly due to lack of space. It's just another thing to try and store, and then if you're moving them about they get damaged and stuff. So I'm quite happy if these machines are in good condition and they're not too sun faded. I'll quite happily buy loose, mate, or over a boxed one. You can save shitloads of money. I just wish I had more space to display them. So that's that. And that's it for the pickups, I think. So I'm sure you'll agree, you've had some pretty decent pickups over the last few weeks from various sources or another. Going back to what I want to do with the TVs in here then, so my plan is, on the back of the room tour, is I've literally just yesterday purchased 2 wall brackets, swivel brackets for the TV, so they're going to go up there. This desk is going to go and it's going to be replaced with a 3x3, I think it was, Calac system, same as the one here. And then I can hopefully begin to tackle the wiring situation. So if you've seen like what Daz has on his video, it won't be as funky as is with all the lighting. I might look at putting the shelvings in with the doors, maybe, but I just want to take it stage by stage, get this desk gone, and the TV stand down there, the glass TV sort of shelving thing, that has to go. It'll look much neater then, and I might look at getting some trunking for the cable and something like that and get them all bunched together. So that's in progress. So hopefully in the next vid you might see a little bit of difference in this vicinity. Might do. I'm not promising, but might do. Work and tiredness permitting. So right guys, I won't keep you any longer. Thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you to anyone that's subbed me lately. I've finally crossed the 100 subs threshold, which might not be a lot to some, but it means a lot to me. Each sub counts. I'm hoping you're enjoying my content. I know it's not high tech and it never will be. I'm just not that like-minded enough to be able to put the time in, and I just can't. I've been attempting this week to try and piss about with editing, and it's just not working out for me, and I haven't got the time or inclination to sit down and fuck about for 2-3 hours trying to edit a video. So this is it. This is what you're gonna, this is what it's gonna be. So I hope you can be still stay with me on this journey. So right guys, thank you ever so much for watching. It's just Friday today, so have a really good weekend, and I will catch back up with you just as soon as there's something worth showing. Cheers guys. Long live the retro.